On this show, we cover some sensitive topics.
Though the obituaries may be outlandish, the people are real.
Names have been changed or omitted in order to respect both the deceased and the survived by.
While death is no laughing matter, some petty last words can provide some pretty entertaining comic relief.
Welcome to Obituary. Welcome back to Obituary. I'm Spencer Henry.
And I'm Madison Reyes.
And we're so happy to see you at our second episode.
I can't believe it. We made it.
We made it.
You guys wanted to listen to us again.
Yeah, you said, hey, I'm gonna give this another shot.
I'll do anything twice.
We wanted to tell you guys, we started a podcast for Obituary, and it is at Obituary.
Started a podcast.
What did we do? What did we do? Hey, you're listening to it. No, we started an Instagram for Obituary. It's at Obituary Pod.
Yes.
So you can find it. You can see pictures from the episodes, all kinds of things.
Talk to us, yeah.
We also have an email. So if you guys have, strange obituaries that you come across.
Creepy family stories or dumb criminals.
Was your aunt pushed down a bowling alley, what's that called? Lane?
Lane?
In a casket? We want to hear about it.
Please let us know.
It's obitpod@gmail.com. obitpod@gmail.com. Now, last week, I believe I started us off. You want to start us off this week?
Yes, sure.
Do a little back and forth situation?
Perfect. I love it.
What you got?
Well, last week we were driving to Swingers after recording, like we always do. And we were talking in the car about our favorite subjects in school, like our favorite classes, and we both said anthropology.
Yes.
And we talked about how cool it was that you could identify a person's age, sex, location, everything just from their bones, teeth, or nails, and how crazy that was. So it kind of got me researching anthropologists and different types of anthropologists and where some anthropologists do their work. And so I stumbled upon body farms.
Okay.
So if you don't know what a body farm is, it's kind of what it sounds like. It's a legit farm with acres of land, but you won't find fruits and vegetables there. You will find bodies, decaying bodies.
Gross.
I know. Body farms are research facilities that allow forensic anthropologists to witness and study a real-life human corpse decaying.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. These corpses are donated for scientific purposes, and at the farm, they're all kind of doing something different. They're all decaying, but in different scenarios. Let me set the scene. You pull up to a farm. It's beautiful. There's acres of land, grass, everything. And then you see bodies. You have a body over here laid out naked on their back in the middle of a field. Another body fully clothed and laid on their stomach. Some bodies laying on the ground inside of protective cages because there's vultures and other critters. You have some that are just chilling out in the open. You have some that have decayed so much they look like beef jerky.
Jerky?
I know. That's the only thing I could think of when I saw it. You have some that are fully being eaten by maggots, even fully decayed bodies that are just bones. I was kind of laughing about it because I'm like, imagine you're a do-gooder and you're like, I'm going to donate my body to science, and then they ship you off to this field.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, do you get to pick? I'd be like, I want to be the one in the cage that's just left there naturally.
No, I want to be in the bodies museum.
Don't put me on maggots.
No.
Don't put me outside just being eaten by maggots.
No, I don't like that. But in all seriousness, I know it sounds really creepy and gross and like a horror movie, but they are really important. Oh, but they smell really bad, if you were wondering.
I'm sure.
I Googled it.
Yeah.
They stink.
You betcha.
So the first body farm was founded in East Tennessee in 1987 by an anthropologist named William Bass. I watched a Vice documentary on this, and it was really cool, really interesting. I did get a little nauseous. I don't know why. I'm normally pretty good about this stuff, but for some reason it just made me nauseous. But William Bass is like the cutest little old man. He was walking around his farm, and there are like, it just looks like a crime scene. He's walking around his farm.
There's like all these bodies
there's
everywhere.
Bodies, there's skeletons, he like walked over a lump of leaves, and there was like a tibia bone just like sitting there, and he kicked it back up. He's like, let me just put him right back up here. Like
he said, don't mind this.
He was so cute.
That'd be a great place for a serial killer to work.
Yeah.
A body find. They're like, hey, no, it's a new donation.
Oh. William explained how on a body farm, anthropologists are able to study different effects on a human corpse, like the elements surrounding them, weather, animals, plants, etc. They are also able to set up controlled scenes. What would happen to a body that was decaying inside of a trailer? And they literally have a trailer set up.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. And then what would happen if a dead body was put into like a big black plastic garbage bag? So they have a body rotting in a plastic bag.
I'm just thinking about the smell. It would have to be so foul.
I know. He also talks about a scenario where a husband kills a wife and just puts her under the mattress or puts her under the bed. What would happen to her body decaying under there? Or a husband, or maybe a wife kills a husband and buries his body in her garden and then puts like a concrete slab over. Like, what would happen to that body? So this is actually crucial information that I know seems morbid, but it could really help in solving a lot of unsolved mysteries, unsolved murders, and aid in bettering the handling of a crime scene and crime scene removal, and could give us a more accurate timeline. I also watched another documentary about the largest body farm in the United States.
Where is she?
She's in Texas.
Hey, everything is bigger in Texas.
It's true, even the body farms.
Even the body farms.
I'm talking acres and acres of land. It's the Forensic Research Facility. One anthropologist said that when a body is decaying on grass, I actually thought this was really cool and like kind of beautiful. Bodies decaying on grass will die where the body is, around it, and it's called a death silhouette. And once the body has decayed, all the grass will grow back, but the grass will grow back even stronger and taller.
Hear that? If you're having trouble in your front yard, we have a tip for you.
Let a body decay and it'll be great. But that's really like going back to the earth. You know?
Leave me on a lawn.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah, so, one last thing. She also talked about how we have approached crime scenes in the last like 10 to 20 years goes like, okay, so this is what happened. It happened outside. Let's pick up everything and go. But because of that, your context is lost. There is so much information from the land and the region. Was the person killed in that location? Was it brought to that location? So body farms you're able to kind of
differentiate like the different parts of it. That's really cool.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Body yada 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 yada. With that being said, what do you have for me this week, Spencer?
Madison, have you ever heard of a moirologist?
Like Moira from Schitt's Creek?
Okay, it's funny you say that. I'll explain why.
Okay.
But moirologists, perhaps better known as wailers or professional mourners, are individuals or groups that are essentially paid to come to a funeral and assist the friends and family of a deceased loved one in mourning their death.
What? Wait, why does it sound so like scientific and like if someone told me they were that, I'd be like, are you an astronaut?
Hey, you ever seen Space, babe?
Yeah, what?
This is for the family more than anything, and there's different purposes for a moirologist or professional mourner throughout different cultures and historical periods. According to an article I found in Psychology Today, in South Africa, you can actually pay someone to cry and threaten to jump into the grave if you are so inclined. They charge more for this, of course. I believe, based on my findings, that it originated in China. They've been using some variation of a professional mourner dating back to the year 756, and they are still used to this day. It's also historically been present in Egypt, as well as the majority of the Middle East in ancient times. The job of a moirologist typically calls on females, especially in ancient times. It's the whole, like, men have to be strong leaders, they can't show any emotion, but
please.
Hey, women can be hysterical and throw crying fits until, like, remember, like, the 70s, I feel like, or they were throwing women in psychiatric wards, they're they're hysterical.
Totally.
Well, I mean, even, like, now with, like, Britney Spears.
Oh, God.
She's, like, another case where she's not somewhere, but she's definitely.
She's,
against
her will, it sounds like.
Well, in some places, professional mourners they did the most. They would tear off their clothes, they would pull out their hair, just like scream crying. It's like a very theatrical thing. And I think this started as more of a practice for the wealthy because they thought that it made the deceased's family look more regal or more prominent status-wise. Yeah. Oh, especially in regards to, like, these extreme theatrical performances. I feel like the bigger it was, the more it was like, wow, this person who died was very important. Yes. Sometimes it was a lot more low-key, especially as time went on. It sort of transformed more into this thing of having them come to funerals and just quietly cry, though some are paid to give eulogies or pay respect to the departed like they knew them.
Well, some of the obituaries we read, they probably had to hire some of these people to make them sound a little better.
Honestly, funerals used to be kind of like, especially in China, they included a lot of, like, music performances, dancing. It was much more of a to-do. I feel like a lot of other cultures make it way more of a celebration than this, like, sad card table with,
totally
a bass on it.
Right.
But there's no wrong way.
Finger sandwiches or whatever.
Your funeral vibe is your funeral vibe.
True.
Whatever you want.
I want a party.
In England, the Victorian era was much more numbers driven. Like, the more people who came to the funeral, the more important a person was. I found another article on crack.com where they got to chat with a modern day moirologist named Owen Vaughan in London who said, quote, "People like me get hired to play the part of mourners at funerals and wakes for a number of reasons. Maybe the family's worried about embarrassingly low attendance, or they want to make their deceased parent seem like some important or at least popular person." He said the only thing sadder than a funeral is a funeral that nobody shows up to. So the decision is generally coming from a good place, end quote. But I mean, I never really thought about attendance wise of, like, a funeral.
I mean, yeah, you don't generally think about that, but don't you keep with you, like, a funeral you've been to, like, wow, that person had so many people there for them.
I think it's a testament sometimes to how that person operated their life, like what kind of community they built. But then I also think, like, I'm sure there's lots of instances where
I think age too, like if it's a really old person who passes,
they're probably not going to have as large of an attendance.
Yeah.
Because maybe a lot of the guests have already had their own.
Yeah. Why do I think about, I have a picture in my head about this of just like a funeral outside at the burial site and just like a big black veil and like a black dress. And I feel like, are these what these people wear?
Probably sometimes, depending on what you pay for. I mean, so that article was from 2016. I'll link it in the description. But the gist of it is, he says it's a lot like acting his job. He's like, you really have to play the part. Because, I mean, families don't want people to know that they've hired actors to make their funeral a bigger production.
Yeah. Should we do this?
As a job. Imagine looking down, though, at your own funeral, and you're just, like, seeing all of these random people. You're like, oh, my God.
You didn't fucking know me.
Who are you?
You better not jump in this grave.
Yeah, who's this person with a veil over their head saying you lit up a room? God. But this actually sort of tied into last week, which I thought was interesting, because remember when I was talking about Judy Sunday? How could you forget the woman whose casket they threw down the bowling lane?
I think about her every day.
Well, that was actually featured on a TLC show called Best Funeral Ever about the Golden Gate Funeral Home in Fort Worth, Texas, that basically it showcased extreme funerals. So you know what we're watching tonight.
Yeah.
But I was reading about the show and why it was canceled, and there were so many articles that were like, reality TV takes it too far. But I think it was just ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Let's reboot that baby.
Death doesn't have to be this like dark and disturbing, creepy thing.
No.
If you want to celebrate a loved one's life, celebrate it however you want.
Yeah, do it big. But on the show, they regularly apparently hired professional mourners. So thought that was interesting. The more you know. Anyway, if you feel so inclined to hire professional mourners for your funeral, expect to pay a hefty price. The cost usually ranges between $35 an hour all the way up to $500 an hour, which I'm assuming for the $500 you get the like ripping the clothes.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw myself in the grave.
Yeah. Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Dramatic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really something to think about.
Okay. Hey guys, I gotta go.
Gotta start my shift. I gotta go on LinkedIn and look for this. But when you said Moira in the beginning, like Moira from Schitt's Creek or whatever, I was like, Moira, moirologist, like it's such a dramatic thing. I'm like, don't you feel like it is, even after knowing what it is now, more fitting that they named her Moira?
Maybe that's why.
Well, I tried to look. Apparently it's a common name.
Oh, okay. Starting fan fiction over here.
We're just making things up. We'll start a rumor.
That fits her, though. That's
Tell
awesome.
everyone you know that Moira from Schitt's Creek was named after a moirologist.
Yes.
We get a letter from Dan Levy.
I know.
Like, fucking idiots.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Oh, man. Well, should we move into our obituaries?
Yes.
Go for it.
All right. So I changed this guy's name a little bit.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know if his obituary is nice or not. You guys be the judge. Wayne, 74, exited his rickety old body, having lived twice as long as he expected and way longer than he deserved.
Oh.
Sunday, September 11th, 2016. He often wished that in his later years, he had not treated his body like a tavern. Which I get. Wayne never met a man he did not want to leg wrestle or play mercy with.
Same. Hey, also, if anyone wants to leg wrestle after this, hit me up.
Mainly because he was an ornery old bastard. He was a modest man who very seldom bragged about all of his treasures on Facebook. By the way, who taught him about Facebook? He was considered the best concrete contractor in all of Texas, and if someone ever doubted him, they could ask anyone that endured the hours of one more and we will call it a night at Wayne's Hurricane Bar. He had a passion for old cars, Scotch, his construction company, Scotch, travel, and oh yeah, Scotch. Did we mention Scotch?
Hey, does it say anywhere? Was he a Scotch drinker, perhaps?
He is survived by his favorite son and another kid, some grandchildren, a few more great-grandchildren, a trilogy of brothers, and one sister. He was preceded in death by his wife, mainly because she had had enough of his shenanigans. A son, his mother, father, brother, and sister. He will be missed by many and remembered by all who knew him.
Aww.
Rickety old body, Wayne.
I feel like that's a good one. Throwing a jab. I mean, I feel like that's the kind of obituary we would write for each other.
Yeah, like a sarcastic, kind of mean but loving.
Sure.
So what about yours?
My obituary this week isn't scathing. It's not mean. I just thought it was super interesting and cute, and I didn't realize. Well, you'll see. So it's actually for Matt Groening's mom, the creator of The Simpsons.
Okay.
And her name was Margaret Ruth Groening, and she was born March 23rd, 1919, and lived until April 22nd, 2013. Margaret Groening, which Marge... died peacefully in her sleep on April 22nd, 2013 in Portland. Born Margaret Wiggum on March 23rd, 1919 in Chisholm, Minnesota, Margaret was 94 years old. Margaret's parents, Matt and Ingeborg Wiggum, met on the boat coming to America from Norway. They settled in Everett, Washington, where the paper mill smelled like money, and Matt worked as a machinist. As high school valedictorian and Miss Everett, Margaret's highest honor was being named May Queen of Linfield College. She graduated from Linfield in 1941 and married classmate Homer Groening, whom she chose because he made her laugh the most. Margaret taught high school English before starting a family, and her love of language was apparent in the many double cross-sticks she completed. Margaret and Homer supported the Oregon Symphony, the Portland Trailblazers, and many local yarn shops. Margaret was a talented needlework artist. Besides Homer, Margaret was preceded in death by her oldest daughter, Patty, that's one of the aunts on The Simpsons, who died in January 2013. She is survived by her brother Arnold, her children Mark, Matt, Lisa, and Maggie, 8 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren. The family thanks the wonderful caregivers from Visiting Angels and the hospice nurses from House Call Providers. Special appreciation also goes to a loyal friend, Grace Clark. Now, I just thought...
That's so cool.
I know. I was like... I know it's not scathing and I know it's not dramatic, but I was just like, I couldn't stop thinking about it after I read it because I had no idea that, like, how closely related, at least name-wise and everything, the show was to his life.
I love that. How inspired he was by his parents.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I know. When I was reading it, I saw the dad's name was Homer. I was like, where is this going? Yeah. I was like, that's so crazy.
See, guys, we're not always disgusting and rude.
We're talking about good death, too.
Yes. Well, now that we've warmed everybody's hearts, should we...
Are we going to ice them out?
Yeah. Should we move on to dumb criminals?
I think it's that time.
You want to go first? You want me to go first?
Go for it.
All right, my criminal's kind of short and,
How tall was he?
I don't know, but he was packing.
Oh. Babies, you want to leg wrestle?
Just listen. Neil Lansing was a 33-year-old man living in Florida.
Oh, I knew it.
In February of 2011, he went to court where he stood in front of a judge who was sentencing him for a different undisclosed crime that he committed.
Okay.
So while he was there being sentenced, he was then sent off to jail and went right from the courtroom to a cell block. Now, Neil seemed to be a sneaky guy, but not very smart. Police officers did a routine search of Neil's cell and a routine strip search. Everything looked normal until they noticed something dangling from his anus.
Oh.
I know that word is always so alarming. Neil had a condom dangling out of his booty. Upon further investigation into his anal cavity, officers were surprised and honestly probably impressed at what they discovered. The condom was not empty. Inside of his anus, they pulled the condom out, and the condom was full of a bunch of things. 30 things, to be in fact.
No shit.
Yeah.
30 things?
Want to hear what was inside?
List them, please.
17 round blue pills marked 54,199, which I guess is Oxycontin or some narcotic. 1 empty syringe with an eraser over the needle for safety.
You gotta be safe.
Safety. 6 matches, 1 flint, 1 lip balm container, 1 cigarette. I mean, I'd probably stick that up there too.
Well, I'm like...
Well, hold on. I know you're thinking like, okay, these are...
small things, and I'm also mostly like, these matches, why would you not just put a lighter up there?
That's true.
I don't trust a match.
It rubs up against something.
Well, what if it just doesn't light? Matches never work.
That's true. Especially if you get any, like, liquid on them.
Was the condom looped? See, these are the questions.
I know.
What else was in there?
So there was a cigarette. There was 1 condom. Inside of the condom.
Wow.
1 coupon.
For what?
We don't know.
What do you mean a coupon?
A coupon, babe.
What are you going to do with it?
I don't know.
All right.
And 1 CVS receipt.
Really?
Yeah.
Truly.
Truly.
To me, that's the most impressive things because those things go on for a fucking
like
mile.
10 feet.
Yeah.
So apparently Neil was trying to stock up on things he needed before serving time, and he did in fact stand in front of the judge with all of this up his ass. Honestly, he's a light packer, and I am impressed because if I was going away to jail...
Light packer.
I would literally... When I go on like a 2-day vacation, I pack like 10 different outfits and like 15 pairs
Here's
of underpants.
Here's my new favorite segment of the show. What would you put in your anal cavity in order to, if you weren't going to jail? I'd put like, you know what would actually be smarter than a cigarette? I'd put like a Juul or something up there, like a vape.
How are you going to charge it?
I think they last a while.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So now he is faced with another charge of possessing a drug and tobacco inside of the Sarasota County Jail on top of his undisclosed crime that sent him to jail in the first place. So I actually pulled up the affidavit that the officer filled out, and it literally says all this stuff. It's like, during a routine search of inmates in cell block whatever, deputy removed and handed over to sergeant. I retrieved the condom from sergeant and discovered it contained the following: 17 round blue pills, cigarette, 6 matches, flint, all of it.
Damn.
It even says in the report, CVS receipt.
Oh, God. Dumb.
Dumb.
You can't sneak stuff in. They're gonna find it.
Come on, you guys. Up your ass is the oldest trick in the book.
Yeah, find something new.
Find a different hole.
Put it in your nose.
Who's gonna look up there? Not me. I'm looking in the ass.
Yeah. All right.
That's mine.
I love it. My dumb criminal comes from Florida as well, so you know it's going to be a good time.
Okay.
Always is. December 1st, 2012, around 4 a.m. in Vero Beach, Florida, 51-year-old Brenda Schumann busts in the door of her estranged husband Donovan's home with a rifle.
Okay, Betty
Broderick. Get a new trick, Brenda Schumann. Who are you? So Brenda breaks into her estranged husband's house with this rifle, and she was none too pleased that he had moved on with a new lady friend. She aimed the rifle at his girlfriend. They were naked in bed together.
Okay.
She aims the rifle at his girlfriend and yells, "I'll fucking kill you both." Donovan was able to get the gun away from Brenda and hide in a nearby closet. No idea where the girlfriend was at this point, but Brenda wasn't going anywhere. She ran down the hallway and peed all over the carpet.
Oh, no.
She proceeded to run downstairs and defecate all over the floor in the kitchen. And then she spots another...
Oh my God, I would shit all over the girlfriend's clothes.
She spots another rifle sitting out and grabs it and starts firing shots, just shooting picture frames, mirrors, Christmas decorations.
What was she wearing?
Nothing. I don't know.
Was she naked or was she in like a skirt?
I mean, she might have been Winnie the Poohing it if she was defecating on the floor. Who knows?
Donald Duck.
Yeah. She eventually decides, after, shooting up the house, like, I've done enough, and she takes off on foot carrying the rifle. She ended up getting arrested at her home, which is coincidentally 1 block over, and when she was questioned, she told the authorities, "I found him in bed with a naked chick. What was I supposed to do?"
Oh, fuck.
Not that, Brenda. Not that. I would love to be in the courtroom when that came up, right?
Oh my God.
Imagine.
I don't like her.
God, so the couple had been separated for months. The divorce was already pending, but I'm sure he did his best to rush through.
Yeah.
After this, I feel like I learned so much today between body farms and...
Yes, this was your anthropology class. I feel like I learned so much with the body farms, but also the moirologists. Moira, the Simpsons, rickety old bodies, maggots.
Leg wrestling. Well, thank you for being my anthropology instructor today.
Oh my gosh, no problem.
Class is dismissed, and we will see you guys bright-eyed and bushy-tailed next week.
Don't be tardy.
Don't be tardy. Goodbye.
Bye.